So we got some kind of wild-looking rides here. I've got Craig, who's going to tell us about some of the stuff Toyota has going on.
Yeah, so behind us here is what's called the FCD Plus, and this is Toyota's attempt at integrating hydrogen into society. So what this is a car that runs on a fuel cell, hydrogen-powered fuel cell, and when you get home or when you get to a parking spot, it can plug in, essentially, and then it can provide power to other things, other cars or houses, for example.
Okay, so is this kind of one of Toyota's main hydrogen-powered concepts right now, or is this kind of the main thing you guys are looking at?
It is the newest concept. We just debuted this actually at Tokyo late last year. So it is our kind of newest thinking on hydrogen.
So when you're talking about concept cars, how much of these do you think, when you're realistically designing them, are you actually looking to kind of get in future models?
Yeah, so really, a lot of it all depends on what the mission is. So sometimes it's a styling exercise. Sometimes it's a it's sort of a programmatic exercise. This is really meant to be more of a sort of programmatic exercise. So the styling obviously is very interesting and different. And what it's meant to show is that you can extend the cabin if you have in-wheel motors, and if you shrink the fuel cell itself, you can actually change the shape of the car.
Yeah.
But really, it's much more than that. It's really about how we can get hydrogen, spread out to society, right? So,
okay.
Changing a fuel source takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of, moving away from gasoline, for example, is not going to happen tomorrow, right? We didn't go from horses to coal overnight, right? Same thing is true for gasoline to hydrogen. It's going to take time. But the way we think it can be done faster is if you sort of spread it out across much more, many more applications.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got the hydrogen-powered kind of look here. This guy looks like he's got some battery technology we're looking at here? Or?
Right. So this is a pure battery electric vehicle, and what it's really, you'll see this sort of cabin pops up, and it's essentially like a three-wheeled one-seater. And what you do is you use it for short trips, right? So it's not something you would take down the highway on a 200-mile journey, but it's something you might take from the train station to your office.
Okay, so you said this would be a good vehicle if you're going to IKEA and need to get some bookshelves
Yeah,
back.
probably not the one you want to use for
one?
IKEA. Yeah, probably not this. Maybe the fuel cell we could do that with, but not this one.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for talking.
My pleasure.
Let's see, you want to go check out the hoverboard? We'll find somebody to chat with?
Find somebody, absolutely.
All right, awesome. Let's walk.
Think about it in terms of drive into that guy because he's in my way.
Or if he doesn't move half a second after.
So it's the family minivan style of feature. It's super spacious. One thing I notice about all these concept cars is it seems like the luminescence, like all these lights lighting up, is kind of the key thing here. I wonder how much of these are actually gonna get to the road, but with so many cars here, something's got to happen.